I asked Chat GPT a question about the Tiffanythinks channel. The question is, what are the credibility issues with the YouTube channel Tiffanythinks? AI answered me, here are several credibility concerns raised about the YouTube channel Tiffanythinks run by Tiffany. These are allegations and public commentary, not all verified facts, so take them with caution. Key credibility issues. Number 1, inconsistent or questionable health claims. A petition alleges Tiffany is creating false narratives around her channel journey, misleading subscribers. A video claims that the timeline of her chemotherapy treatments, as shown in her vlogs, is not accurate. Those who question her channel point to discrepancies in her story from the start. If true, inconsistencies like this can undermine trust in what she presents. Number 2, monetization and targeting vulnerable audiences. The petition further accuses her of using the tag cancer to attract a vulnerable audience and of profiting from branded merchandise. We got this while allegedly leaving out full disclosure of her condition. Using serious illness narratives to drive views merch without full transparency is a red flag for credibility and ethics. Tiffany, you may want to use a little highlighter and maybe print out the screenshots here, because using serious illness narratives to drive views merch without full transparency is a red flag for credibility and ethics, according to Chat GPT AI. Number 3, suspicion of promotional or undisclosed sponsorships. One YouTube video titled "The Truth Behind Tiffanythinks Sponsorship" alleges that Tiffany agreed to promote a mental health service brand to vulnerable viewers without adequate thought. When I click on the source, it takes me to the video "The Truth Behind Tiffanythinks Sponsorship." Influencers need to be transparent about sponsorships. Lack of transparency can reduce reliability. Again, Tiffany, these are interesting bullets that you may add into your bullet journal. Okay? I'm making it easy for you. Not only am I showing you the screen, I'm also reading it for you. There we go. Influencers need to be transparent about sponsorships. Lack of transparency can reduce reliability. Number 4, community claims of manipulative behavior. On Reddit threads, viewers allege she asks followers who purchased her product to leave 5-star reviews and accuses the public of campaigns to leave 1-star reviews rather than showing proof. So on Reddit, which I am not on Reddit, I don't know anything about Reddit really, other than it's a thread that exists. Someone said that she wants people to leave 5-star reviews. And, you know, I guess it has an issue with people leaving 1-star reviews on whatever product that she is promoting. Again, I don't know if this is true. I haven't seen the thread. According to AI, such claims again raise questions around marketing ethics, review manipulation, and honesty. Very interesting. Again, another bullet for the bullet journal, right? What to watch out for and verify according to Chat GPT. Whether full medical details are transparently shared, for example, diagnosis, treatment, timeline, results, or selectively edited. What to watch out for. Listen to this. Whether full medical details are transparently shared or selectively edited. Well, let me go with selectively edited. I'm going to go with that one. Okay. Whether sponsorships or promotions are clearly disclosed in her videos. Well, I do believe they are clearly disclosed because she does provide links below. So I do believe they're clearly disclosed. Whether claims about product benefits, health impacts, or outcomes are backed by independent evidence. Well, if she is promoting a product, the quote-unquote independent evidence should be her own. In other words, she shouldn't be showing someone else's evidence. I don't think she's showing other people's evidence, but she's not even showing her own evidence when it is coming to better health online, the mental health services online. She did not really review it. She presented it. She presented the subscription, gave a brief overview of how it works, but she did not review it personally. She did not say that she benefited from it. She didn't say how many sessions of BetterHelp she had. She didn't say how long she's been on it, or even if she's used BetterHelp. She said nothing about her personal use of something that she promoted. Now, there are products that she promotes that, of course, she uses. And I'm going to be honest and say that. But BetterHelp is a big issue because that affects mental health. And that is a service that's a lot more expensive than just buying a certain, hairbrush or cake dome or whatever else, that she would be promoting. So I do believe that on what we call big ticket and very important items, such as BetterHelp, mental health, she should have reviewed it herself. So I'm going to flag that as well. I agree with AI. Number 4 on what to watch out for, verify. Whether critical feedback, negative reviews, questions is addressed openly or dismissed. Well, I can answer this for AI. She never addresses critical feedback. She dismisses it. Well, she does, however, address the existence of critical feedback, and she calls critical feedback hate. But she does not address the matter, the substance of that critique and those criticisms. She never answered one question that was asked by, for instance, my previous videos, asking about her previous health conditions, asking about many things. People now have asked her about the trial name, the name of the trial she's on. She does not address the substance of the critique. She only addresses the presence of the critique, which she equates as hate. Well, Tiffany, I'm just going to give you a little suggestion. When you classify something as being hate, you should verbatim state what it is that is the supposed hate. Okay? Words should not be used loosely and in a fashion that does not represent their true essence. One cannot classify anything as hate without, at a minimum, showing exactly what that critique is, what that statement is. Otherwise, Tiffany, you are further being, you're not believable anymore. And the last point on what to watch out for or verify, whether viewer comments or external investigations support or refute the concerns. Well, the viewer comments are a mixed bag. The viewer comments under her videos are basically removed if they don't corroborate what she says, if they don't agree with what she says, if they criticize what she says, they are duly removed. There haven't really been any external investigations, but there are viewer comments, obviously, on other channels and on threads such as Reddit and Tattle Life. Okay, So that's where you would find viewer comments. But under her videos, she will remove a lot of negative comments, a lot of even critiques that are politely stated, but they ask too many questions, they raise a point she doesn't like, so it's going to be deleted. I mean, not 100% sure of that, but there is a very, very high probability that those will be deleted. So my assessment, by the way, this isn't my assessment, this is Chat GPT's assessment. While some of the claims are serious, they remain largely based on viewer complaints, petition statements, and third-party commentary rather than confirmed independent investigations. That doesn't mean the channel is fully trustworthy, but it means one should approach it cautiously, verify facts elsewhere, especially health-related ones, and treat large personal story claims with skepticism. I believe there's an English language fault here, AI. That doesn't mean the channel is fully trustworthy, but it should read, that doesn't mean the channel isn't fully trustworthy, but it means one should approach it cautiously. Wow, I found an English error in Chat GPT. Interesting. I mean, I hope you all agree, people who read a lot of English, that in the sentence, that doesn't mean the channel isn't fully trustworthy, but it means one should approach it cautiously. There should be is not fully trustworthy here, okay? It doesn't make sense unless you put the negative here. So the facts should be verified elsewhere, which is why actually Tattle Life threads were created. And the reason is because a lot of people post links to articles, they discuss cancer symptoms, they discuss what could be right, what could be wrong, with a lot of health issues that she has presented, but only presented superficially. And also they talk about issues that she never presented, but that she had over 10 years ago. If you like, I can look for a deeper investigation, etc., etc. So anyway, I thought it would be helpful that even Chat GPT, OpenAI, has an interesting critique of the Tiffanythinks channel. And according to AI, the bottom line is approach her channel cautiously and treat large personal story claims with skepticism. One of the reasons for that is she hasn't really shown any medical results. I did ask a lot of other questions. I'm not going to go to, to read all of this. Further on, they do talk about the fact that she was featured in an article on Stand Up to Cancer, but that Stand Up to Cancer did not really verify her medical dossier, and that the dossier, in any case, that was on that was featured was incomplete. So I think they say that as well. I don't know where it is. I did a lot of asking. So anyway, bonne nuit, and I hope that this has been a breath of fresh AI air. Bonne nuit.